What a dimwit.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I can see in the YouTube chat, Leaxical. Yes, there's been a significant nerf, and I'm going to talk through what exactly has changed. I'll probably go into the training room. I've got some clips to show off, and I want to preface this discussion or this salty rant with I do agree that Grimnir needed to be reined in a little bit because he was a really powerful. He still is a really powerful character, but it's just a sad direction that I think they've been taking the character in for quite some time now.
Sexy boy.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Hibiki Day. But yeah, I think that Grimnir did need to be nerfed. I'm just upset that this is the way in which they chose to nerf him. Hello, J Chancellor. They need to kneecap Ferry. Well, they kind of did. They removed her side swap, which I think was one of the tools that not a lot of zoners usually get, which is, that she could hit you with a light into her light gespenst and side swap you. So whenever she was in the corner, she could very quickly get out of the corner, and not only sort of quickly, but quite consistently, which is a very good tool for a zoner to have. So they did get rid of that. So they have they've reverted a change they made to Ferry. It's so lame that Vicola is completely untouched. I feel like Vicola isn't that good, so I don't mind that she stays a bit untouched. When her game plan really gets going, she is very chaotic. Like when she's got the screen just full of nonsense, then that is like her win condition, and I guess she just needs to survive until she can get to that point where she's got all the cannons set up and flooding the screen with stuff. But it's not that powerful, I don't think, and she as a character isn't that powerful in general, so I don't kind of mind Vicola. What I do mind is that Vesusia and Vasaraga and Catalina have managed to avoid like getting touched. And they've also introduced Vilnus now, or Wilnus, this new character who seems to just have like insane damage, and is basically never punishable because he's never minus. But anyway, yeah, let's get into some chats about what have they changed in this latest patch. Now, I'm not going to go through all the characters. Vasaraga as a nightmare doesn't help that every Vas I play online is a Wi-Fi warrior. It certainly seems that way sometimes. But we're going to go into the training room. We're going to talk a bit more specifically about Grimnir. My boy. Why am I on the color I use for him? There we go. Now, I feel like I was watching back some of my replays, and I don't rely on this too much. So I'm not sure how much it will affect my gameplay currently, although the times in which I did use it, it was very powerful. The thing they've changed is that his 214U, which, in case you didn't know, is this attack, doesn't wall bounce anymore. Or at least it doesn't wall bounce from distance. It will still wall bounce if you hit the corner. So you can still... Yeah, from mid-screen you don't get anything. But like when you're close to the corner, you can still get something. There's no Granblue on the screen. Ah, I'm doing it again. Hang on a second. Fighting. There we go. This attack is the one I'm talking about. As you can see, it doesn't wall bounce anymore. It does wall bounce when you're in the corner. But you need to be, like, I think this will still... Yeah, so from round start distance, if you push them a little bit, I think from exactly round start... Yeah, round start triple attack, you don't get it. If you go... hang on. Yeah, so round start 6XL into triple attack, even if you hit the 6XL really deep and then go into your 214U, you still don't get enough of a wall bounce to follow up with 22U. Now that was a sort of like really powerful mid-screen option for Grimnir, was doing 214U into 22U, because it let him set his seals up and you get all kinds of follow-ups. I'm not doing good follow-ups in the corner, but this that change I think is really damaging to Grimnir's mid-screen, because it now means that at this distance you don't really have a lot you can do that's like super damaging. Like it used to be, if your opponent whiffed a button, they are just pressing buttons like a madman. You could punish them with this into your 2-2U, into your seals, and go ham. Now, if someone whiffs a button at this range, you can, I guess you can... No, you have to be further apart than that. Yeah, so you don't really get that much off it anymore. So you don't really have mid-screen anything to strongly whiff punish with. So that's already pretty bad for his threat in mid-screen. You're still usually able to get far medium, far H into 6U. If you have a seal up, yeah. So if you've already got your seals up, yeah, you can still, you know, do funny shenanigans, but you need to set your seals up. And we'll get to why that is also important. But this 214U into 22U gave you a free way of doing that in a lot of different situations. It was really versatile. And meant that, like, in mid-screen, you were really threatening. Now, you're only really threatening when you got your seals up. And that's maybe good, that you should only be threatening when you have the seals up. But it's harder to get the seals up, or a little harder than it used to be, because now your tornado doesn't last. It only lasts a second. It used to last for 2. So I think if you... yeah, if you go for your setting your seals, I'm not exactly sure, like it will end just as the tornado vanishes, maybe a little bit after. So you're not really as safe doing this anymore, which I kind of agree with this change. This is something I disagree with, I think, a lot of the other Grimnirs about, is that I don't mind the tornado change so much. I think it does really strongly affect a lot of our options. I would have preferred that maybe they just reduced the clash level of when you do that. They made it so that it's only clash level 1, so that other people could punish you with a fireball or something. Because yeah, like having seals up is very key to like Grimnir's game plan. L stall into L seal. What's L stall? Do you mean this? And do you mean... because I guess you can... oh, right, you mean this. That still doesn't seem... I mean, that gives you 1 seal, I guess, and then you can start doing this. Hang on, what is it? You need to, like... I mean, yeah, 236L into... yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, an option. And we're going to have to start doing that kind of thing more often, I think. But yeah, the 214U just gave you... you know, it was metered. You had to have meter to do it. I think you had to have at least 75 meter to be able to do the full follow-up, which is where you wanted to hit this into that. So you needed at least 75 meter to do it. So it wasn't, you know, something that you could just do whenever. But now it's something you can just never do. So you lose a lot of threat in mid-screen, I feel. And I think a lot of us are going to get blown up for trying to set our seals. Yeah, we're going to be trying to set up our win con. And we're going to get punished for it. Which, you know, a lot of the anti-Grimnir people will say, good, you shouldn't be able to just set up for free. But I contend that even beforehand, Tornado into 22H wasn't a free setup. A lot of people would just jump over the Tornado and kick you in the face while you were doing it. So, yeah, I don't mind the Tornado change so much. I wish it had been done with a little bit more like nuance, because one of the things it has removed now is you used to be able to put a tornado down. Maybe you still can. I don't really. Yeah, you don't have enough time now. But you used to be able to put the tornado down, 66M, the tornado would catch them, and then you'd be able to continue the combo from there. We can't do that anymore. One of the other combos I liked doing was something like... like, that still works, but the timing is a little tighter now. I don't know if this will connect, actually. Oh, there we go. So, like, Grimnir can still... I mean, I think if I'd used a heavy rather than a medium, Grimnir can still kind of do a pseudo 2-touch in the corner here, which is still really powerful. And I don't want to come across like I'm saying that, you know, that Grimnir is now a broken character and he's unplayable. I think he's still really strong, especially in the corner. But I think what I wanted to talk about was how progressively at different patches, they've taken away a lot of the source from Grimnir. like, first of all, they removed his meter, or they nerfed his meter gain after doing certain aerial actions, and that was to stop people from looping the camera mix and looping the like seal setups that they were doing. And that, I think, was fair enough. You shouldn't just be able to loop the same combo over and over again, and instantly, that does feel like a very powerful strategy that should have a limit to it. So I was kind of okay with that, and we just had to learn new routes to kind of get around that. But then they removed fuzzies from the game, and if you don't know what fuzzies are, then you probably don't need to worry too much about it. But fuzzy overheads are when you hit a character whilst they're stand blocking, and you do it in such a way that even if they switch to crouching, the game still registers their character model as standing. So they're inputting the crouch blocking command, but their character model is still standing. So they have a bigger hitbox than they should, and that hitbox can be hit overhead, which allowed you to combo. And that was, again, a very powerful technique that Grimnir had. And they removed them all from the game, which wasn't a direct nerf to Grimnir, but hurt him, I think, a lot more than other characters. So that was kind of fine, and what I think people, and myself included, started doing was incorporating a lot more sort of mid-screen funny business with Grimnir's seals. Because that seemed to be like, well, if the corner's not quite as strong as it used to be for us, then maybe we can do some more stuff mid-screen. And, you know, most games happen mid-screen, for me anyway. The times when I get my opponent into the corner and I get to do like my crazy corner stuff, that's an advantageous situation for any character. So the fact that Grimnir is very powerful in the corner, to me anyway, at my level of play, doesn't seem like hugely significant, because every character is powerful when you push someone into the corner. Some characters are more powerful than others, granted, and Grimnir is one of those that is more powerful than others. But a lot of your game is going to happen in this zone, when, you know, because the other player is not just going to let you put them in the corner, generally. But now that, like, yeah, that 2-1-4U into 2-2U has been taken away, a lot of the mid-screen stuff for Grimnir has been basically removed. Like, one of the things that I used to do a lot was confirm. You'd hit with far H, and then you go into your 2-1-4U, and you do. Now, far H has no like real meaningful like follow-ups. Like, I guess you can like. Well, it's not actually like. So like at round start distance here, like. I think the standard follow-ups are going to be things like this. Like, yeah, you don't have that many sort of big punishes. Does Far H have better options with a seal up? Yeah, with seals up, Far H is very good. So it's still, Far H is still very powerful when you have your seals out. But it used to be that you know, you didn't need your seals already out to threaten with Far H confirms. You did need 75 meter. That's what you did need. But Grimnir paid for all that offensive power in the fact that he has very weak defense. His 2L is pretty good. You know, his Far L is quite good, although, you know, on defense I'm not sure it's the best button in the world. His Far H is very good. Because the first part of Far H hits on frame 8, and it's a heavy button, so that's really good. Like a very fast, heavy button. It only has 2 active frames, but that's still like a really good button for stuffing out some approaches. It's not that good on defense, I will say. Although it's still like one of his best buttons. I mostly hit 6U for stability. Often the first 6U isn't quite close enough for auto combo. Yeah, I mean, like, hang on. If you have your seals out and you Well, there you go. Yeah, it depends on your spacing. But yeah, here's like, I don't know. I really don't like this change. The tornado stuff I can kind of accept. But yeah, this damage to Grimnir's mid screen I think really hurts him, because now if you want to do, like, I'll show some of the combos that I used to really enjoy doing, and not even because they're powerful, just because they are fun. I enjoy doing these, and it is frustrating that I can't do them anymore. And that's what I think is I've been really struggling to get across to a lot of people, is that regardless of or not whether these are powerful combos, I liked doing them, and now they don't exist in the game anymore. But like, I will admit, this shit's really powerful. So into like into 2-1-4U, into 2-2U, and then you set your seal while you're in the air, dash behind them, and that's a side swap. So already, if they're not pressing the block button, if they're not holding the block button, you now get, you know, a follow up, and you go into another side swap, and then you built up enough meter to kind of loop the whole thing. But it turns out you don't need to, because if you just cancel into that, then you've won the game. Now that is really powerful. That is, hang on, how many touches is that? That's one touch here. Now I think I do a JM here. Maybe I should do JL to properly link this. Oh no, that is properly linked. Okay, so that's 2 touches, then a third touch, and yeah, you've deleted someone. So that's a 3-touch combo that could be done pretty much anywhere on screen. It, funnily enough, can't be done in the corner because you don't have enough space. But that is very powerful, I will admit. But I also think it was really fun, and also not that hard to defend against, because they could just hold the block button. Now I think if they held the block button and tried to, you could maybe just do an empty into a low, so it's like a not only a side swap, but also you could do like a 50-50 where you could not try and hit them meaty with the JM. You could just do an empty into a low. So yeah, again, still really powerful technique. I think maybe I'm talking crap here. But like here, yeah, like if they just hold the block button, which a lot of people would do, by the way, then you don't get your second touch. And even if you do get this second touch, so I think I hit with a meaty jumping medium here. I guess like if they were, you could just do nothing and then fall into an empty low, into do a low or something like 2L. So they might need to guess on a 50-50 high low here, even if they're holding the block button. I don't know. I can't test it anymore. But even if you got them with that first tricksy bit, falling victim to it a second time was very, very rare. So although this combo is, you know, a 3-touch, highly Excal, I see you've joined us on Twitch. I saw your comment on the YouTube chat, but I'm not allowed to merge my chats, so I couldn't see. If it side swaps, it's a safe jump, but it's easy to fuzzy mash the low. Yeah, so like, you know, this was a funny setup that I landed like maybe 5 times in games. Like, to actually kill with this, I landed maybe like 3. And then like doing big damage off it, I landed maybe 5 or 6 times. You can go back and watch my streams to see how many times I actually did this. I tried this on my friends a lot, and they hold the block button, so it never worked. So, like, I don't know. I feel like people who wanted Grimnir to be nerfed in some way, I can understand why targeting that attack is something they want to do. But here's what I would have done, is just maybe scale the damage more, or maybe scale his meter gain after 2-2U in a combo. that I think solves a lot of the problems. Because that would address the problem that they cited for the change, which was that they found it was too easy for him to maintain advantage after doing this setup. And I do agree that it was very easy for Grimnir to confirm into this. He could just auto combo or far H. Any button you pressed, he could he could blow you up with this setup. But what's frustrating is that I spent so long practicing that, and for them to just straight up remove it feels very unrewarding. There were other setups as well that, again, I used to just sometimes load into the training room and just practice this, just for fun, because this feels very fun to do. Even if, like, as you'll notice with this version, okay, I had to loop it and go for a fourth touch rather than a third, to actually kill. I just liked doing these things, and I'm frustrated that they're gone. So here's I still wasn't able to hit that, by the way. I don't believe that for a second, Sheep. You're really good. You can hit things that there's no way I can. But yeah, I liked doing these things because, yeah, they were fun, and I would have much rather than just remove his wall bounce for this attack, I would have preferred them reduce Grimnir's health. Because, I agree with what Brick said in his stream a little while ago, that Grimnir looks like a sort of excuse me for saying this, but like a kind of fairy character. He looks flouncy and silly and kind of lightweight. He does a lot of damage, so I think it would have been fair that he has less health. Because he already has weak defense, and I think that would have gone a long way to balancing Grimnir. Because although he would have been still very powerful and very oppressive in when he's in offense, and for whiff punishes, it requires patience, which I didn't always have, to whiff punish with him. And you had to pay the price of having poor defense, and I think just making that cost bigger would have been, he's Merle, is what you're saying. Yeah, I think that's another reason I'm upset that they changed the character, is because I relate to him so much, and now I feel, I don't know, I feel a little bit sort of betrayed by them changing him in ways that meant all those hours I put into learning him, a lot of that combo practice time is sort of gone. And I know it's I still had fun doing it, but it does feel very unrewarding to have a character whose combos you've spent a long time learning just sort of vanish, a lot of them. And I'm not even saying that I'm sad they nerfed Grimnir. I am perfectly okay with nerfs, and I think reducing his health would have been a more significant nerf, honestly. That would have done more to harm the character, but it would have felt better to me personally, because I still really enjoyed what he could do before. And I feel now he's left with not a lot, because with no wall bounce on his 214U, he doesn't get as many mid-screen options that don't require him to already have set his seals. Without fuzzies, he doesn't have as many things he can do in the corner. One of the only things kind of left for him now in the corner that's really, really powerful, that the other characters don't have, he has throw baits in the corner that can lead into full combos. A lot of characters have throw baits that can lead into combos, so that's not that unique. But he has a camera mix. It still at least gets you more familiar with how seals work and all the other little skills it takes to be strong with him. Yeah, I mean, here's one of the things I find. Seals are really strong, but they're also a huge liability. Because what oftentimes as soon as I put seals out, what a lot of players will start doing is just this. And I know that I can call this out with 214M, but 214M, if I... Oh shit, what am I doing? So hang on, let's... Oh, damn. I want to... So if Gran is just doing that, so I set my seals, Gran starts doing that. What? Why isn't he doing... Why isn't he doing the backwards ones? Not gonna lie, you just U-Fireball. Well, is U-Fireball air blockable? I think it might be. If they're doing Jump L, they can't cancel into a block. Why? Now, why won't... There we go. So I set my seals, and Gran just starts doing this. Now I can do that. I can call him out with 214M. Whoops. I have to time it right. It's even not that easy to do when... And if you... Yeah, maybe 214M is not the right thing to do. I mean, you Fireball. I don't know that spending 25 meter to do 1600 damage is that good in this situation. It'll stop them from jumping, maybe, but like... You know, the point is that what it really stops you from doing is... hang on, what do I want to do? I want to do this. It stops you from being able to, like, seal dash. It stops you from being able to command dash to your seals. It really shuts down a lot of your options and collapses you down onto either trying to hit them with 214M, just 1200 damage and a soft knockdown, or 1600 damage with U-Fireball for 25 meter and a hard knockdown. It is anti-air, you always get 2-on-4U after, but that might not be worth it anymore. No, almost certainly not, because yeah, you won't get your wall bounce. So yeah, it makes doing that into a much more attractive option now, because it really shuts you down and collapses your options down onto... I mean, I guess as well, you can like set your seals, they start doing this. You can try and... Yeah, you can do some shenanigans like that. But yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like putting seals down is sometimes as much of a liability as it is a boon, because the other thing that people do, you set your seals and they just do this. They crouch, so that now your wind dashes will whiff if you just go straight over the top of them. They're also ready to 2H, so you have to do a more complicated flight pattern if you want to like call out the 2H and not get caught by it. Some 2Hs will just hit you anyway, even when you're trying that. And the other thing that they can do, as soon as they see you approach... Whoops, no, I'm not sure... Yeah, they'll just do that. So, they crouch, they see you approach, DP. So yeah, like, I don't know, I feel that like this change to 2-on-4U really hurts Grimnir's mid-screen, because let's go into like what people have done to try and mitigate this, is that people have come up with combos that are like, oh, well, you can still get auto combo into your 2-2U. And you can do something like this, I guess. What was I doing? I'm autopiloting into it. I didn't even want to do that 2-on-4U, and I just did it on autopilot. Jesus. But yeah, like, you can still do some of this stuff. Here's the thing, though. Triple attack into 2-2U doesn't always link. If you're not at very close spacing with them, triple attack into 2-2U won't work. The other thing that won't work is... Oh, that does work, I guess, if you're right next to them. But I know that if they're just standing a tiny bit back, if they backwalk just a tiny bit, this isn't going to work. So this is really not that good, I think. I've seen a lot of the combos involving this, and I think some of them are really interesting. But we're not hitting this as consistently as we're hitting 2-on-4U. So the other mitigating factor that some people have done is to do... Damn, didn't mean to... But yeah, like, that is another option I think I've seen people do, is Raging Strike. So that allows us to save what I was doing before. Whoops. But at the cost of a bravery point. For a character that has... Damn, I'm messing up the timing now. But for a character that has bad defense, spending your bravery points in offense like this is really not something you want to be doing. Oh, I set the wrong seal. Damn. Oh, why can't I hit it anymore? This is annoying. And that's another thing. The timing on hitting 2-2-U after this seems way more finicky. I'm hitting the skill button too soon. Damn. My finger just hovers over to it. Okay, that time I didn't even... What? Damn. Damn. Why is it doing the skill? Now, I used to be able to hit this very consistently with the 2-1-4U version, but for some reason... No. It's worth it if it puts them in the corner. Maybe... Damn. I did it the first time, the first time I tried it, but... Why is it doing that? I didn't land the dash that time. Getting there, getting there. Why won't it dash now? But anyway, like... Oh, why did it set the high... Like, it seems to think I'm pressing medium skill. I'm bad. Anyway. Why does it put the high... It's really crazy, like... Nope. I guess the fun has to end there, really. I guess maybe you can... No, because you have to do this, don't you? So you can't loop this too many times. But anyway. You can still do the funny kind of side swap stuff, but having to spend bravery points to do it is... I think you're holding M too long. Yeah, I think I am, but like... The point is, having to spend bravery points to do this now is, you know, playing with fire, because you need those bravery points for your defense. And you only get 3 of them. And just using one of them, you know, you're already in a situation where the opponent doesn't need to do too much to put you into damage penalty, where you start taking extra damage. So, I don't know. I still just really hate everything about this change. I think it really hurts Grimnir's like mid-screen. Because yeah, just the number of options that you can route 2-2-U into is not that great. And once you do get 2-2-U set up by itself in the combo routes we've got currently, I guess like you want to do something like that where you like we can still do a rough corner to corner type thing. I think oh, hang on, if I go oh, wrong. I was wondering if I can use all 4 seals in one combo. That wasn't a true combo, but, like, you get the idea. I mean, that's fun. I'll probably do that in games just for the memes, but it's not actually that good an option, because, you know, using your ult skill to set all 4 seals and then using them all up is not that good, because now, well, you don't have your seals anymore. And it doesn't do that much damage, honestly. But yeah, like I'm just really, I would, you know, I know it's not going to happen, but here's what I would really like. I want them to give us back our wall bounce on 2-1-4-U, and in exchange, I'll accept the tornado change, even though I think it also hurts our corner game. And I would even accept, like, yeah, a massive nerf to Grimnir's health to make him even more sort of like Twinkie character. Like a glass cannon, basically. I think that's fitting with his character, with his, you know, his personality. And I also think that, you know, that it turns the character into a high-risk, high-reward character, which is, I think, what you want. I don't want Grimnir to become a lower-risk, lower-reward character, like a more stable character. I liked him when he's extremely mobile, he's extremely, like, can do a lot of damage, but if you're ever put on defense, you know, you have to just hold that. I think that is the archetype that I like, and so that's how I play in Guilty Gear, because I play Bridget, who's very much the same. You know, she's very mobile, she doesn't actually do a lot of damage, but she has very low health, not the lowest in the game, but very low health. That means that, you know, if you ever are put on a defensive situation, she does have a DP, a meterless reversal, which is very good, but her supers aren't invincible on startup, so, you know, that's how she pays for that one. And her DP can no longer roam and cancel anyway, so, like, it's not even that good. But yeah, that's kind of my yap about how I'm feeling about the change to Grimnir. I'm not happy with it, and I think I'm not going to get a lot of sympathy because Grimnir has for a very long time been a very powerful character. I just wish they'd changed him in a way that maintained how it feels to play him, rather than changing how it feels to play him, which is currently, if you stand current day Grimnir next to, like, Grimnir on launch, he does feel very different. He doesn't have fuzzies anymore. He doesn't have these kind of mid-screen shenanigans. He has this, which he didn't have at launch, which is very good. That's the only direct buff I think they've ever given Grimnir. But, like, yeah, he feels like they've slowly taken away all of the things that I thought were fun about him, and not really given him anything in compensation. Not that they have to; they can just take away stuff from a character. But I think it takes the game in, like, a sad direction when the really fun stuff that's been in the game since launch is just slowly being removed. And I also do not accept their rationale for doing this when they've introduced a brand new character, Vilnius, who does insane damage. I don't know any of his combos, so I probably won't be able to show any of it. Like, Vilnius, he doesn't have a dash, but he kind of does. He doesn't have a consistent, like, he can't run, but he can dash at you, and that's pretty fast. Like, he can cover distance pretty quick. But like, yeah, his damage is nuts. Like, he can't link stuff as easily. So I don't know what you do for combos with him. Whoops, wrong guy. But like, how much damage for hitting me with a counter hit? It's a counter hit, so that's probably. But for hitting me with a far heavy into just his back special, that's already like 4,000 damage. Well, this BMP is something like CH 22H CM 214H. Okay, let's try that out. It's something like hang on. We want to do. I can't seem to hit that close M link.
Sexy boy.
Oh, thank you for following. Who was it? I didn't catch a glimpse. Thank you for following Lackey FGC. Anyway, I'm finishing my yap about how I'm unhappy about Grimnir changes, and I'm especially unhappy about Grimnir changes when they've added a character who, I mean, Wellness has. Wow, which attack is it that like? Is it this one? Which one is it that like? Oh yeah, bounces you around the screen, and I think he does get a full combo off that, or like he gets a follow up at least. I think you have to use like 2M or something, or maybe 2H. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's just very frustrating that they nerf characters like mine, whilst introducing characters who are also extremely powerful, and who can do things that are seemingly similar to the things that my character used to be able to do. CH works, yeah. So anyway, with that said, I'm gonna play some ranked. I don't fancy throwing myself into ranked with Grimnir currently because he just feels very different to play to me, and I'm still autopiloting into combos that don't exist anymore. And I don't know how long it's going to be until I can play him at master level again. I also don't want to play Beelzebub because I also have him at masters, and I'm just running into Wilnesses all the time, and he seems a pretty miserable matchup for Beelzebub as well, honestly. I still need to kind of just learn what to do with him. We'll probably bump into Wilnesses as well, but I felt like playing some Anila because I think a lot of people will accuse me of like being upset that they changed Grimnir because he was a top tier and you're just upset they've taken his power level down. Anila is not a top tier character, and I like playing as her because I think she's funny. Oh, speak of the devil. Because I think her combos are funny as well, even if they're not super damaging. Ooh, didn't not mean to do command jump there. He doesn't know that's +4. Oh, that's -4 for me. Just look at the damage. Ooh. Come on, jump in again. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, man. Yeah, Vilnius just does some crazy, crazy damage. Oofed.
Sexy boy.
Oh man. Nice, nice bait. Need to add more D&D characters to follow here. Ah, well, thank you for following. I'm not exactly a D&D character. I think we just have to zone this guy. Whoops. Oh, yeah, that's punishable. Oh. Damn. That's his DP, right? Man, like, the fact that he's never minus is crazy. Vilnius versus anybody feels rough. I don't know any characters that can really, like, cope with this. Oh damn! I did the wrong combo. At least I like Vilnius's personality a lot. I like the big muscly himbo is a fun sort of character archetype, but his damage is crazy. Wow! Look at the range on those normals. Oh, damn. Damn. Oh, nice side swap. I very nearly didn't catch that. Damn. Oh man, he avoided the DP. Ah. How did I just jump over my DP? Lancelot is one of his worst matchups only because a high mobility character seems like they could easily escape his pressure. Well, I don't know that it's his pressure that is so bad about Vilnius. It's the fact that he can turn. Like, he is what he has what Grimnir used to have, which is that in neutral, you saw there, I was playing a really hard game against him because, like, if I approach him, his normals are huge, and pretty much all of them just, like, crush any options you throw out, and he can turn that into big damage. So, like, you can't really approach him as easily as you want to. I think like his worst matchups are going to be zoners, but even then he has pretty good neutral skip options. But yeah, once you're up close with him, he's kind of scarier. Hi Cyber Squid. Sorry, your chat won't appear on the chat window. Twitch forbids you from merging chat sources, so yeah, I did a little yap earlier about not being happy about Grimnir, and now we're in the sheep zone. His 236X is -9. Annular FM works to punish it. Yeah, well, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for saying hi. But yeah, like, so far Vilnius seems like a really tough matchup for most characters because, yeah, in his mid screen is extremely strong because he doesn't really have big combos, but he doesn't need them because his small combos do a lot of damage. Like I've seen at the moment, he has a meterless 50-50, which is allegedly quite hard to do, and also can be reacted to by watching his cooldowns. But like that is a really powerful tool for a character to have. I think he's just a healthy top tier. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to see. See what he looks like. I think he's he's balanced by being quite hard to play, but at higher levels, like at master rank, that doesn't really balance a character that much. 50-50 loses to DP. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the same with Grimnir's 50-50 camera mix, is that it loses to ult DP, I think. Or at least I think then you have to start doing like empty. You have to start doing like, that has to be, it becomes a lesser 50-50 and becomes more like a 33-33-33 of like high, low, or nothing. But like, yeah, the fact that the DP wins in 2 of those cases means that the risk reward for the other player is like, just do the DP. A DP is the best way to escape him then. I don't know if his lack of a triple attack means he's more vulnerable to them because he has fewer true block strings. I don't know, like, here's the thing. It's not his, like, he's I don't think he's plus enough on hit, or at least he can't do a triple attack. So he doesn't have, like, combos like that. But all of his normals are plus on block, I think. So I don't know if you can DP any of them, or DP in between them. But like, what a lot of like high-level Vilnius play is going to revolve around is just like hit confirming with his button. So he's just going to like throw out a normal, he'll be really plus, he's going to throw out another normal, and as soon as one of them hits you, that's when he'll like confirm into his supers. Like, I don't think a lot of lower level players are going to be able to do that as effectively. They're going to be hitting a button and then just pressing their special anyway in the hopes that it hits. I mean, that's what I do a lot. That's how I know that's what they're going to do. But yeah, at master rank, I think people are much better at confirming into their buttons. So yeah, I don't know. The other problem with like DPing, like, I think one of the things that Beelzebub can maybe do to Vilnius is to have to reset the standby. I think one of the other things that Beelzebub can do to Vilnius is like bait out certain options of his at distance, and then use like either like ultimate Karma or like ultimate Chaos Caliber. I think they buffed 2B, so this might be rough as well. Jesus. Yeah, 2B's normals have always been crazy. Nice. Damn, that like 2H bait is really good. Oh damn, like, this is gonna kill me. They gave Matera 12k damage. Yeah, I know. Like, it just seems like the game balance has been just thrown out the window. Like, that's why I don't really buy these arguments that like, oh, well, like, oh, they wanted to scale in the game a bit more. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just been made insane in this patch. Damn. They like, I know they tried to buff they tried to buff 2B's medium because like people just never use it. Damn. Empty jump. But like, yeah, they tried to buff 2B's like medium because people just never use it. Because why would you? Because far H is just a much better button. Oh man. Oh. Should probably use H sheep instead. Oh, there's just nothing you can do about that button. I should probably use H sheep because it'll help me continue my turn though. Whoa! Oh, just caught her with that one. Ah, oh, I was banging on her jumping. I tried to tech that. Oh, she knows. She knows that's minus. Yeah, I'll be down in S rank at this rate. Yeah, like I'm very frustrated with this patch because it does seem to have just like it's taken a lot of the things that it's taken one of the things that I really liked about the game and just kind of like made it less fun for me, and it's also added a ton of stuff to the game which I really don't like. Like, I'm not a big fan of Wilness. I think that like Gran and Jita and Narmaya EX, like I get why like adding EX characters is maybe, I think your main meter spend on Anila is 214U. Her 236U is sort of awful. It can be against a lot of characters, like especially against 2B who can just jump and hover over it. I think there are some characters where 214U is really good. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be fighting Narmaya EX. Like, yeah, I think the EX versions are just silly because like it just crowds out like. I don't even know what her moves are. Well, this Narmaya like, really likes those like. Oh, that was a. Oh, nice. Is that her ult DP? Oh, I went for the 2H, but it was a super jump. Damn. Oh, damn. I thought she was going to go for another 6XL. Oh, damn. That was nice. That was less so. Rakinai. Damn it, Evo sales. Now I'm tempted to buy fighting games. You should consider buying this one. It's very, like, accessible. There's no way that's not punishable. Oh, nice throw. Oh, I just didn't hold down. Oh, nice, nice. That was very tasty. All those new Nen Impact players now they can finally have a 16-player tournament.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Oh, nice. Oh, I should have just held block. That would have been super good. You gonna jump? Oh, damn! Oh, damn. I've forgotten my annular, like, anti-air punish.
Battle 2. Engage.
That's fine. Oh, if I'd have done... Ooh, close. Guilty Gear is a much more aggressive game. Yes, I agree with that. Guilty Gear is, I think, a lot less accessible. Damn. The fact that none of this is minus is like, when do I take my turn? She like rolls on wake up quite a lot. Damn. It's a very grounded anime fighter, more in common. Yeah, this I think is like an anime fighting game, but it doesn't have a lot of the stuff that a lot of anime fighting games do have, which is like like air dashes and stuff. Although some characters do, but like not every character can air dash. Yeah, I would recommend this one because there's a free-to-play version which you can play for free. And yeah, you like the free character, like which characters are available to you changes each week on the free version. So you get to like test it out before you play it, before you buy it. Is this the same Narmea? I think it is. It is. Damn, these rolls on Wake Up are like really throwing me off. This game obviously has no air dashes. It isn't like Merle main's one that has air dashes. Well, I don't know whether I main Grimnir anymore, to be honest. I forget, Anila has a DP. I should be using it. Why did I try and sweep there? Oh, that was a reset. That was cheeky. That was a DP, and that wasn't punishable? Are you kidding me? I feel like Guilty Gear has more players. Guilty Gear does have more players, but the game is way harder to learn. Although I do recommend the way to learn fighting games is... Oh, did I win? The way to learn fighting games is to play probably with a bunch of friends who you enjoy playing with. But yeah, like, the player bases in both games are... Yeah, I'm getting games, like, now. Like, you don't need to worry too much about, like, there not being enough players.
No doubt.
Oh, damn. Oh, I was holding back, but... You have a little bit more difficulty finding Granblue matches during non-peak hours. Yeah, I mean, it's got fewer players for sure. Oh, I should be, like, blocking these. That would be so goated. Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't anti-air that. No doubt. Oh, damn, nice. Damn. What? Why didn't my grab work? Oh, damn. That was good. Shouldn't have jumped there. Yeah, I mean, you know, play whatever fighting game you're most interested in, because ultimately what keeps you coming back to a fighting game is being interested in the characters, being interested in the story. So you should play like whatever game like appeals to you the most. You're kidding me, my 2H whiff there. That is not punishable? Are you kidding me? Oh, damn. Bossman Pojo. Play who you don't like as well. Don't let people dissuade you from who you enjoy. Wow, I haven't even seen that attack yet. Oh, damn. No! Oh, that was goated. I didn't even mean to do that. Buff Jacko. I know Sheep, the Grand Bruise Beast.
Was this story based? Not this time.
Yeah, Narmea EX seems like a problem. Like, which of her attacks are minus? It doesn't seem like, once again, kind of the problem that I'm having with fighting games recently is that they keep introducing characters who have like extremely good pressure. Like, a lot of her buttons seem safe at least, or plus, and like you just sort of you have to let them run their pressure on you. Like, if I queue as Anila, EX Narmea's everything is minus, but most isn't punishable. At worst, she's -6. Yeah, so, like, what are you supposed to do about that, then? If she's never punishable, then it sort of feels like it's never... You never get to take your turn, because... I guess you can take your turn, but, like, maybe I should have just been throwing in more throws. How do you select EX Narmea? Oh, R1. There we go. If there's one character I'd main in Grand Blue, it'd be Catalina. I like her since I play the gacha game. Yeah, Catalina is also a really strong character right now, so you'd be well served by that. Hang on. Block, please. So light version's -4. That's -6, but yeah, she isn't... That's -8, but I don't think the spacing is good enough to punish. That's -4. That's minus... Okay, so if you... So if you do ever block any of these, you can blow her up, which I just wasn't doing. I kept on eating her DPs on Wake Up. This is silly. -4, but like +1. Okay. What does the alt version look like? -6. And then what else we got? Oh, hang on. That's -8. Wait, so hang on, this... They're the same attack? That one's minus +1. Or -4. What's the difference here?
Here begins
Hmm.
this episode. Belia versus Anila.
Anila.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Oh, yeah. Should be ready for the DPs. Nice spot dodge. Oh, nice anti-air as well. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm dead here. M is +1, the rest are -4.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh, nice. I think rolling out the corner is something I should probably do myself more. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, nice. He knew that was minus enough. Anila's Raging Strike animation is so funny. Damn, nice. One day I'll spot dodge a Raging Strike. That's fine. Oof. I think when you or anyone is learning a character, you should lean into their strengths. That is to say, 66H, 214U, FL. Yeah, probably.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Let's fucking go! I did it! I spot dodged a fucking Raging Strike.
Battle 2.
Oh, maybe I'm not washed after all. Oh, nice. Oh, damn. I could have anti-aired that. Damn. Oofed. Once again, Merle is doing things I'm not able to. Anila's 66H is such a good button, I don't even care when I get thwacked. Slagathor. Thanks for the chat. Let me just read that. Stand by. Hi, Pepsi Dog here. You might know me from the Twitch channel such as this one. Long-time fan. I was just wondering, hypothetically, if you would order soft noodle chow mein for dinner on a day such as this, or something else. Thanks in advance for your answer. Well, thank you very much for your chat, Sagathor. Friend of the channel. Yes, I would order soft noodle chow mein for dinner on a day such as this. I would also, given that I am assuming this is from a Chinese takeaway, I would get Chinese takeaway chips because they are super good. Fried pita bread is also appreciated. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, that's my boyfriend asking me what I want to order for dinner this evening. Chicken balls and chips. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, like, we go for like salt and pepper chips, fried pita bread that our local place does. But our the place we order from is like a fully like vegan Chinese takeaway, or like they do fully vegan options. They don't know if they do non-vegan stuff as well. And their like fish analog stuff is so good. I think it's got like nori, like seaweed paper on it, or at least it used to, but it is so good. Interesting. Okay, I'll consider this information. Sagathor, don't forget, you should send Merle a message on Twitter to get added to the Discord, as opposed to Digital Fish. I should use this weapon skin for Anila. The sparkly sheep are extremely good. I prefer fake fish over real fish. Imaginary fish, even. I do really like fish. I'm not like a vegan. I eat just anything that's put in front of me. But I live like a mostly vegetarian, mostly even vegan lifestyle, living with my boyfriend, who is vegan. But like I do indulge in meat and like dairy products. But fish is one of the few things where I'm like, I don't think I could give that up. I don't think I should go up to standby again, play a couple more games, and then I'll start getting ready for dinner. But yeah, fish is one of those things where I love it, and I don't think I could ever give it up. I can imagine, I could see myself quitting meat and milk to a lesser extent, cheese, but yeah, fish is just so good. Right, I'm definitely going to try your mac and greens recipe next time I'm able to go shopping and get the ingredients. Yeah, mac and greens is really nice. We had it last night, and we have like several pots full of it still to get through.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Oh damn, I forgot she has like a third follow-up to the Wrecker. Nice. Fucking dodged the super. Dropped the combo afterwards, but who cares? Like, that was fucking goated. Oh no! Gave the game away. Damn. I threw so hard. Might try to climb with EX Jita. Is this EX Jita or is this regular Jita? This is regular Jita, right? Go! Nice. Oh, into a DP. That's... Oh, man. I could have ended the game there. Oh. Yeah, this is normal Jita.
Battle 3. Engage.
Nice. Oh, I tried to spot dodge. I tried to. Damn. Nice. Oh, damn. I tried to spot dodge both of those raging strikes, but it seems like it just wouldn't come out.
Believe in victory.
She pojo on my man until I boss. Nice. That's the funny Anila combo. Oh, I think if I'd have used a faster button, I could have poked out in the gap there. Nice. Oh, nice. Into the flock.
Battle 2. Engage.
Nice. Oh, so there isn't a gap there that you can, like, poke out of. Oh, I need to just, like, run up and spot dodge one of those. That would be so sick. Oh, yeah, I think this might kill me.
Excellent.
Oh, chip, damn it. Oh, I looked up at the health for a second and I saw my meter. I didn't see my health. Oh, yeah, that's a nice call out for that. Nice. Oh, why do I keep jumping there? Run up throw. Oh, spot dodged. Whew. I wasn't sure that was going to work because I thought Jita's SSBA was multi-hitting, but I shouldn't cancel into that as often as I do. That's right, you can just burn all your meter, I don't care. It's annoying her DP, like, side swaps with you. That's, like, very powerful. Nice. Hoo-hoo, cooked. Oh, that felt good. I feel like...
Sometimes, when I'm at a McDonald's, I wait until nobody's looking. And then I stick my hand inside the straw dispenser and touch all the straws.
The straws have been touched. So I feel like this has been our first session with Anila. I'll do a proper, like, Let's Master Anila playlist, and I'll start trying to learn her more properly. But from just this first session, I mean, I have been playing Anila like with friends for quite some time, so I obviously know a couple things. Like, this is really powerful. Not that when it doesn't get blocked. Like that's really good for mid-screen damage. 5,660 into a knockdown. And that's what Grimnir used to be able to do. And I think being able to like confirm into it, and it gives you quite a lot of corner carry. This is really, really good. And the fact that you've got so many, like, you can throw it out there as like a fuck it button, which I probably shouldn't do because it's like minus, I think it's punishable on block, right? That wasn't the right version. Yeah, it's -6 on block and a pretty bad spacing. So I shouldn't throw it out there as a fuck it button as much as I do, but if you do hit it like that, it's really good. Can be useful as, I guess, a recovery punish. But being able to like go into it like this is also really good, right? You can... I think that you can get a follow-up with a command dash as well. Nice. I've seen combos Anilas do where they get 2 sets of like jumping light, which is very funny. I want to learn how to do that, even if it's not very good, because like I think this is a very funny button. Her like hella active. It's so good. Cancelable from 2U. Yeah, this going into that. I didn't do it that much, but I need to, like, when this hits, I think I do that a lot as a safety, because even on block, like even if they crouch block this, you're -2 and you're pretty well spaced. So I cancel into this way too much though. Like, I end my turn preemptively, so I need to figure out some other things I can do. Like, if I do, like, just that into that, that's -3. Maybe I should go, like... Yeah, that's +5. That's probably a more reasonable thing to do at this range. That's a corner route, but you plan. But next time you plan on streaming Anila, ping me. I'll ping an Anila buddy. 214L is great. Good chip. I mean, yeah, it does pretty good chip damage, but I feel like I'm giving up my turn quite a lot, and I don't know whether it's worth the chip. I mean, open to because I think I do. Hang on. Yeah, block everything. I think I do this quite a lot, where I like. Yeah, I go like bing bing, and like I know this is kind of, it's their turn, but maybe I could do that. Call them out for trying to take their turn. If I go like bam bam bam. I don't know. Let on counter attack. Do a standing light on block. Oh, well, that's a frame trap, so maybe that's why I do it so much. That's interesting. So maybe that's why I do it so much. If I do... Oh, so if you cancel it from... Don't... Try not doing that. What's the difference? What is the difference when I was just doing it? Oh, I guess it's... Yeah, it's the spacing, isn't it? If I do it from back here in far light range, then the move has the startup, which... Yeah, so it's not like a... It's a frame trap. But if I do it at... Yeah, if I do it at, out of a triple attack... Oh, that's interesting. Her light DP is minus, but you get pushed back. I mean, I guess some characters can probably punish you for that, right? Like probably Narmea, right? Like, no, whoops. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, my initial impressions from playing Anila in ranked is, yeah, 214U is really good. I like this as well. The fact that this, yeah, lets you like very easily go into your like corner combo. I'll camera mix you once every time you say something about Anila to me. What else? Like, yeah, I feel like that is my go-to corner, and probably there's like a better thing I could be doing here. That's 7,000 damage. That's impressive, but it's not the best corner combo in the world. Because I think it requires that. Yeah, it requires that medium button to make that link. You start with just far H raw. Oh, okay, now you get like more like 8,500. That's better. But yeah, probably it's more commonly I'm gonna like do something like this. That's about as good as you can get with Anila. Okay, so that's interesting. One of the things I would like to learn is more sort of setups with the command jump. Like, what do I want to do? I want to do something like... No, that... What was I doing earlier? Because I know that's your like non-meter spend corner combo. And that's pretty good. 5,000 damage for no meter.
Get real.
Auto into 236H. It's close media. Oh, that's quite a hard link, isn't it? After the 236H. 214H. Corner heavy. Close heavy. When you say corner heavy, do you mean 2 hits or do you mean just wait for the second hit of the corner of the close heavy. Because the way I usually write that down would be CH and then in brackets 2 rather than CHH, because that's like an input, right? Is two heavies. Hang on, bam, bam, bam. 214H. 214H 4X. So you want to go bam, 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 bam. No, hang on. Corner hit. Both are CH2X. Oh, so you actually do want to do two. Oh, so you want to do the two heavies, right? So you go bam, 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 bam. Oh, I keep doing medium. That was dropped combo. That was dropped combo again. Damn. Doesn't seem like you can. Ah, it was dropped again. Why is it dropping? I don't think 2-2H and super jump. Oh, the combo's gone off screen now. Got to leap off for 2-on-4H. Huh. Okay. So then then... What's it after that? I think the amount of times I am dropping this... That's pretty good. But the amount of times I'm dropping this at that link... You want to go into a Raging Strike there? Damn. I forgot what the combo was. I can't scroll up on the chat, unfortunately. Sent some videos earlier, didn't realise you were streaming, might be handy. Yes, thank you very much. I will go and read through those, or watch through those videos and learn some more stuff. Yeah, I really like Anila, and I feel like, you know, she has what I used to find fun about Grimnir, which is that you have kind of combos for everywhere. So, you know, even when you're in this situation and you manage to score like your... I like that... Mill hitting optimals. Well, I don't know about... I'm hitting them, I'm missing them a lot. But yeah, I like that, you know, Anila has what Grimnir had, which is that she's got sort of combos she can do everywhere. They're not hugely damaging, but I don't mind that, because, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I play characters for fun, not necessarily just for their, like, meta relevancy. And yeah, unfortunately what's happened to Grimnir has just made him a lot less fun for me to play, which, you know, is heartbreaking, but it is what it is. I'm still having a lot of fun with Beelzebub, though. Like, they didn't touch him, and yeah, he feels like he's got a really fun toolkit. His command grab especially is really fun. You're playing Anila well enough, they might not be useful. Well, that's very kind of you to say, but I mean, I did get my ass handed to me by S+ players most of the stream, so I don't know how good I am playing, to be honest. But yeah, I want to learn a bit more. I mean, I think the reason I was losing against Narmea EX is because I've just never fought her. That was my first time fighting her, so just really didn't know what to do about a lot of her options. But yeah, yeah, I'll be having a lot of fun with Arnila. I anticipate that I will climb faster with Arnila than I did with Cagliostro, and I'm still in S++ for Cagliostro, so but I feel like, especially now with Grimnir not being able to carry me with his with his busted 214U, I do feel like I just need to learn a lot more about the fundamentals of the game and like how to play neutral, so that I can win mid-screen without having to just rely on funny buttons. And yeah, I think playing other characters is going to help me with that a little bit. But I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for listening to me yap. Thanks for the advice. Thanks for the moral support. And yeah, if any of you want to play some games with me, just hit me up on Discord. Love the yap. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wanted to hop on because I think I took the changes to Grimnir really hard, and I have kind of avoided the game for a week. I've also had a bunch of other stuff going on in my life, which has not been conducive to playing fighting games. But yeah, I don't want this game to become unenjoyable to me. I want to keep grinding away at it. So yeah, I will see you all when I see you. Have a good Friday, and I'll probably... Oh, yeah. I hope you can all drop by tomorrow for Devil May Cry 3, which is one of my favourite games of all time we're going to be streaming. I'm really looking forward to that. So I will see you when I see you. Bye!